Strobe Studios presents Michael Helgens and Greg Kilberger in The Watson Files. Coming to you from the illustrious Strobe Studios in the heart of America, this is Craig Dahlen. And now, let's join the doctor and see what story he has for us today.
Come in.
Good evening, Doctor. Doctor?
Hello, Craig.
Good evening.
I sure am glad to see you again, Adam. I was afraid Dr. Watson might try to tell a different story if you couldn't make it.
Don't worry, Craig. We will be finishing up where we left off last week.
Well, good, because I'm very curious to hear about Holmes' noodling adventures.
Yes, that was one of his stranger metaphors.
Although fairly accurate, actually.
So, when we ended last time, Holmes was explaining his plan.
Yes, he expounded on his noodling theory, and Weathers was a bit skeptical, but went along with it anyway. We got things set in motion then. I didn't really have much of a part at this point, so I tagged along with Weathers as he met with his informant again. All right, just hang back and don't say anything. This guy can be a little squirrely sometimes. Don't worry, he won't even know I'm there. He might not, actually. Between the waves crashing into his skull and the recreational drug use, he's pretty out of it half of the time. Sounds like a great informant. Hey, sometimes you gotta take what you can get. I suppose that's true. So what is he, some sort of surfer stoner? Yep, here he comes.
Hey, man, was I right? About the quarry, I mean?
Not exactly.
What do you mean, man? He didn't show?
No, we were ambushed, actually.
What? No way, dude!
I sure hope you didn't realize you were just setting us up, because if you
No,
did...
man, of course not. That was good intel. I swear.
Yeah, good intel that got 5 of my men killed.
Look, man, you go busting up a weapons exchange and you're swimming at your own risk, as far as I know.
Doesn't matter anyway. We've got a lead and running on it. I just wanted to let you know that whoever's giving you information probably knows you're passing it along.
No way, man. I am very discreet about our little rendezvous.
You mean rendezvous?
Yo, who's the dictionary?
Ignore him.
Look, man, I don't like strangers being in my business.
And I don't like losing 5 good cops because of bad information. Like I've said, I've got another source, and we're moving on the junkyard tonight. If I were you, I'd do a little disappearing act until everything settles down.
All right, man, all right, chill. Wait a minute, what junkyard?
Figures that you wouldn't know about it. We got the guy that ambushed us at the quarry, and he cut a deal with the district attorney. Frankly, I'd rather just give him the chair, but you know how lawyers like to make deals. The actual buy is happening tonight at the junkyard north of town.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, good luck, dude, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Are you sure this is going to work, Holmes?
Like any other noodling adventure, you just have to stick your arm in the hole and hope something takes a bite.
It sounds crazy.
That's because it is.
All right, Holmes, you ready?
I am. I trust, Max, that you did a better job of acting than Watson would have.
I'm right here, you know.
I think I sold it to him. He's an easy sell anyway.
Good. Well, here goes.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm here to see Corporal Moran.
Corporal who?
Just tell him Spencer Holmes is here to see him.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you've got the wrong building.
No, ma'am, I understand that is what you're supposed to say, but please just go inform your boss that I am here. I'm quite certain he'll want to talk with me.
Wait here.
Thank you.
This way.
Spencer Holmes, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Hold on, boss. Let me wand him first.
Oh, I highly doubt he has a gun on him, Gerald. That's not really his style.
You sure, boss?
Well, you're still going to check him anyway, you nimwit. Can't you just do your job and let me be the cool villain?
Sorry, boss.
Trouble in paradise, Moran.
He's clean. Just these.
Cigars, Mr. Holmes. A filthy habit, I'm afraid. Why have you come here, Spencer? I felt it was time that we met face to face. Well, I must admit it is a bold move, just walking in here like that. Stupid, but bold. Perhaps. You realize, of course, that I won't let you leave. Or more precisely, I can't let you leave. I wouldn't expect you to. Then what's your angle? Frankly, I'm just tired of playing these games. I figured we could settle this like men. Really, Mr. Holmes? What did you have in mind? A good old-fashioned boxing match? Something like that. I prefer American football. You know, where one of my linebackers runs over 5 of your defensive backs when they're not expecting it. I'm not really much for team sports. No, I don't imagine you are. So, you asked for this meeting. Why don't you begin? I thought we already had. Very well. What now, then? Well, I thought we could discuss things over a cigar. You do smoke, don't you? A filthy habit, I'm afraid. You don't happen to have any scotch, do you? As a matter of fact, I think I do. Good idea, Mr. Holmes. I don't suppose you're going to share? I don't suppose I am. And now a cigar. Ah, Opus 6. Very nice, Mr. Holmes. They were a gift from my dear friend Dr. Watson. Be my guest, not that you were going to ask permission. Very well. Wait, you first. Really, Moran, you think I'm going to walk in here and give you, what, some sort of poison cigar? I guess we'll find out, won't we? You know what? They are poisoned. You'd better let me have both. Here you are. Thank you. You seem to be doing all right. All things considered. Ah, that is a quality cigar. So, Holmes, what was your plan here, really? Honestly, I thought we could come to some sort of agreement. And what would we ever agree on? I'm a very busy man, Moran, and I don't really have the time to be chasing you all over the city as I did with your predecessor. So I thought we'd come to some sort of gentleman's agreement. I'm listening. If you can confine your criminal activities to not affect innocent people, then I think perhaps... I'm not sure that's going to be possible for me, Spencer. Well, I suppose you could always just move your organization to France. France? I don't suppose I would feel too obligated to come and stop you if your actions were confined to that dreadful country. I don't see... Ellipsis. Liverwurst. Llama. Ah, this is a fine cigar.
Holmes, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
What happened?
Moran is handled.
What do you mean?
He's not going to bother anyone anymore.
You mean he's...
Yes, he's dead.
So Moran is really dead?
He is indeed.
Wow, I can't believe it. But what I don't understand is, how did Spencer know where to find Moran?
Well, what Dr. Worth failed to mention is that we checked Miles's cell phone and found frequent calls to and from the same number. We did a triangulation and located the phone in a house that appeared to be under construction.
And Moran was hiding there?
Yes, we checked building permits and found out that construction had ended. The house was finished enough to be livable, but looked abandoned from the outside.
Very clever.
Indeed.
And it was the cigar that killed Moran then?
Yes, it was poisoned after all.
But how did Holmes survive? Weren't they both smoking the cigars? Certainly couldn't have known which cigar each of them would smoke.
No, he didn't.
He injected both cigars with a special compound that apparently reacts with alcohol, creating the poison.
Ah, the scotch.
Exactly.
And what was this unusual compound exactly?
Holmes wouldn't say.
I see. Well, this certainly was a fitting end to this year's stories.
Yes, it worked out quite well, didn't it?
Indeed.
And I believe we'll be enjoying some more Edgar Allan Poe stories beginning next month.
We certainly will.
I will look forward to that.
But when we resume next year, you can't forget about the cannibals.
Of course not.
Good.
That will be Holmes. I'd best be going.
Good night, Doctor.
I'll be seeing you around, Jack. Well, I suppose I'd better be going as well.
It was good seeing you again, Adam. There is one more thing I was confused about, actually.
I apologize if my storytelling wasn't up to the standards of Jack's.
No, it's not that. You mentioned that Moran was hiding out in a house that was under construction.
Yes, so?
But I thought he was allergic to drywall dust.
Ah, yes, well, perhaps I misremembered that.
But if he wasn't really allergic, then how did you know it was a trap at the quarry?
Perhaps it was just a coincidence.
Perhaps.
You couldn't just leave well enough alone, could you?
What are you doing?
Just remember, you brought this on yourself.
Dr. Worth, what's going on?
I told you, don't call me Dr. Worth.
Sorry, I mean Adam.
Actually, the name's James. James Martin.
You mean Professor Marty? But he's dead.
No, you are. Frank, I need a favor.
Tonight's Watson Files adventure was written and directed by Scott Strosahl. Spencer Holmes and Dr. Watson were played by Michael Helgens and Greg Kilberger. Additional voices were provided by Steve Rimpici and Beverly Mead. Until next time, this is Beverly Mead saying good night from Strobe Studios.
Strobe Studios. You betcha.
Good start, Craig.
You bet. All right.
Well, this one's going to
Good, because I'm very curious to
like any other noodling adventure, you just have to stick your arm in the hole and hope that wow. I was doing so good. I was going to just blow past it, and then I thought too hard.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait here.
Couldn't find a cup of coffee to spill on the winch anyway. I don't see ellipsis, liverwurst, sausage, schnitzel, llama, argyle socks, lemur, marmoset, Beulah.
This is what I was asking.